Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to tell you what you need to know about layers from day 1 up to week 32. Our birds have reached week 32 and we are super excited. So I'm going to let you know, if you're planning to be a poultry farmer come 2025, you don't have to miss this video. If you're watching me for the very first time, my name is Asperia, and for my returning subscribers, please, I love you so much. Let's get right into the video. So I'll be sharing with you how everything goes on about vaccination, about feeding and mixing of feeds, which feeds they eat at this particular age, and etc. So please don't miss the video. And so guys, this is the very first day of these birds in the brooder, and this week one needs critical attention. Guys, I had to just take a nap, like take 3 days in the brooder, making sure these birds were safe, and checking the temperatures to see that it's within the normal ranges, and making sure they eat well. Throughout this week we feed them on pre-starter feeds, and they are in form of pellets, just like you can see, and we vaccinated them against Newcastle and infectious bronchitis during this week also. So you can see the birds are really nice, looking so healthy. Make sure the light is on and everything is neat. And so in week 2, the birds are really looking better. You see, they have tried to grow some good feathers. We vaccinated them against gumboro. We removed the brooder paper. We changed their feed into starter. So they are going to eat these starter feeds from week 2 up to week 6. And so this is going to be so beautiful. You have to watch if you want to be a poultry farmer. And so during this week, you can see the birds are looking so healthy. They are growing some feathers, and you see, in week 3 they have started even to develop some nice colors, and we vaccinated them against gumboro 1, and they are able to use bigger drinkers. As you can see, we removed also the trays, we put the feeders and try to change the litter. They are still very nice. So week 4 I have a small footage, but yeah, that is how they looked. And week 5 they are very active. Remember, they are still feeding on our starter feeds up to the 6th week. So here they are trying to grow. I try to get for them greens to change and balance their diet to see whether they are they can try and eat. And so they have grown feathers, they are trying to grow combs, and everything is moving on well. And so this is week 6, and still they look very nice. You can see now we are trying to see, these ones are going to be brown, these ones are going to be colored. And week 7 vaccinated against smallpox. And here we changed also the feed. From there they are now in a growers stage, and we give them growers mash. And in the next video I promised I will give you the mixing ratios of cow days, the ones we followed during the mixing. So we vaccinated against smallpox. And this is week 8, and we give deworming. The birds are big. You people, we could not even believe. In week 9 we vaccinated against infectious bronchitis. And yeah, they are so beautiful. I love to be in this poultry house, like just to look at the birds, how they grow, how they look like. And week 10 you can see a lot of changes. The combs are trying to be bigger, and during this time we debeak them, preparing them for laying, and they are still feeding on growers mash. And so we feed them still on the growers mash up to the week 11. And so after the baking, you see them looking so nice. We don't want them to eat the eggs when they start, So in week 11 we now change the feeds. From week 11 up to week 17 they are now developing, and we feed them on developer, and the difference is in the mixing ratios. If we've been using 50 kgs of maize bran, this time we use 40, the other time we increase the concentrate. I will give you all those details, so keep watching and do not forget to subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends, and if you're dreaming to be a poultry farmer, this is for you. So from week 11 up to week 17, we are going to be eating developers mash. Yeah. So here you can see they are in week 12, and you can see a lot of noticeable changes in the birds. As you can see, they are all looking nice, and here we're going to vaccinate them still against fall typhoid. That was very painful, but we had to just do it. So in week 13, they are still eating the bill, that feeds that I mentioned previously, but they are good and they are developing and they are preparing to start laying. So this is week 14, and we had to bring in the laying nests, preparing them to get used, because they are soon starting to lay eggs, guys. This is very beautiful. Poultry farming is full of fun. So you can see the birds are trying to see what is this. What are these? They are brought for us cups to take tea. What is it? Yeah, so this is week 14, and the birds are still feeding on the developer's mash. And so week 15 comes, and the birds look beautiful. Look at the combs, and it is expected that they should start laying at week 16 or 17 or even 18, but we want to see our birds started laying earlier. So by now you see they are trying to get used. They are developing, the eggs are getting ready, and they are getting used to the laying boxes. And yeah, that is about week 15. In week 16, the birds still look so big. Like now, the differences are not really so big, just that is the time we got our very first egg. And in week 17, the production still continued to go high. We could get more than 10 eggs in a week. And at this time, we are going to change the feeds after week 17. They have been feeding on the developers mash. Now they are going to be feeding on pre-layer mash, pre-layers mash. It is also layers mash, but the mixing ratio is different. So they are going to eat that from week 18 up to 19 as they start laying their eggs and getting used to laying eggs. Yeah, so if you're watching us for the very first time, please subscribe and join this family. We shall learn more about farming, poultry, urban farming, marriage, relationship, and etc. So week 18, the birds look so beautiful. You can see the combs are all grown. They are all looking nice. They are big. They can eat food very fast. And in week 19, that is pre-layer stage still. They are still eating the very feeds that they have been feeding on. So they are now in week 20. So from week 20 up to week 28, they are going to still be on layers mash. But here we increase on the limestone, because now that they are laying eggs, they need more limestone so that it has a lot of calcium and helps in hardening of the eggs, the eggshell. So we increase on the limestone. So like I said, in the next video I will share with you these mixing ratios of cowardice that we follow, and our birds have been progressing really well, and we can say that the feeds, the mixing has been really good. We haven't seen any problem in growth or production because of feeds. So that is it. They are still eating layers mash. So as you can see them, they look good. The combs keep on growing, and the production of eggs also goes high. They had been laying 30, 50, they go up to a bigger percentage. So I did a video about production rate, how the birds lay how our birds lay eggs, and from week 16 up to somewhere I shared how the percentages were. So go and check it out, and you watch it, and you will know. At this time the birds eat a lot of food. and they take a lot of water. Initially they had been taking almost 30 liters, but right now they take close to 40 liters, so continue watching, and please do not forget to subscribe. Haya. So from week 29 up to 40, up to week 45, they are going to still be eating layers mash, but we change also on the concentration of limestone. It increases a little bit because of they need a lot of calcium, and then we also increase on the maize and somehow maize bran. So this is how far we have come. The birds have, they lay a lot. Almost everybody is laying here in the poultry house. The egg size is big. All the eggs are really nice, and as you can see at week 31 the birds look so clean. We keep changing on their litter, we keep turning it, we give it fresh and clean water, and at week 32 right now, that is how they look like. They have broken some of the feeders, we had to buy others, that you can see. But yeah, poultry farming is full of fun, and please subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed, and I love you so much. Mwah.